So today we are going to do the Chinese Grand Prix review. So a lot has happened and we gotta start it with the very famous, the world champions, McLaren. So if you know me, you all know that in 2025 I supported Oscar Piastri like a lot. After Max Verstappen, if somebody I really wanted to get it, then it was Oscar Piastri. This year I felt bad for them on the Chinese Grand Prix.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell.
Because I'm genuinely feeling bad this year. I know that this is too soon to judge and this is this and this is that. But guys, I'm a human. I'm putting a lot of my energy in this sport and I have been supporting my favorite drivers since a long time, and I'm putting a lot of my brain into it. A lot of feelings are involved in it. So it hurts, man. Come on. So for me, it's just very sad to see Oscar not even getting his car started for the race. It's just heartbreaking. And same with Lando, man. Other than the outside drama, he actually gives us the racing drama. So that's what I'm talking about. That is what I wanted. I want McLaren to participate. Something in my head, guess. Oh, okay. Something happened with the car before the race. Lando couldn't even make it on the track. And Oscar was gonna start, but I think they brought his car back to the grid. So it was very sad for McLaren with 0 points. It was like, it didn't work out, man. Oh, and then we gotta talk about the famous Red Bull. What is going on? I understand Max Verstappen's frustration with the new regulations, and I also won't shut him down and tell him not to speak, because I know he knows racing. He's driving there, man, and I know he's talking because he's feeling something or he's going through something. But Red Bull, what the fuck are you doing? Fix your fucking car. Just do that, guys, please. I know, Max, it's really tough to adjust with these new regulations, and I know you love racing, but we don't want to see you go just because of some new regulations, new rules, and new era. We want you to stay up to date with whatever is going on. We want you to adapt because other drivers are genuinely adapting, other teams are genuinely taking efforts. And Red Bull, where are your efforts? You need to answer us. So China is a technical and a bit difficult and slower circuit. So that's why I was like, oh my god, how are these guys gonna manage on this track? Four people decided to deliver at its fine. George Russell, Kimi Antonelli, Lewis Hamilton, and Charles Leclerc. Alex and Gabriel, I don't know what issue they had. I feel so sad for Gabby and Williams. So as we saw, the race started. Mercedes was leading, and I think suddenly on the lap 1, Lewis Hamilton took the lead. Yes, I saw Lewis Hamilton on P1 for a little while, but I saw him, and at the back Ollie and Haja were fighting. Two of my favorite people were fighting in the middle. So basically Ollie was trying to overtake Hajar, and suddenly, I don't know, he went some off track to overtake him, but Hajar came back, he overtook Ollie, and boom. And still, Isaac Hajar came back on the track and raced, and he ended up P8? Yes, so he scored his first points for Red Bull at Chinese Grand Prix, which is so nice. I don't want him to make any mistakes because I really want him to do better and just avoid all of that Red Bull curse. And guys, just stop talking about the second seat curse now, because I feel like it's Max Verstappen who is in that second seat right now. I genuinely hate that. I'm not making fun of him, please. I'm sorry, Max. I'm just very sorry. So Max didn't look interested in racing that day. I just don't know. He wasn't him, because I have seen this man race in so many races. I don't know, it's ridiculous, guys. So he started the race and he immediately lost positions. How? Like, Alpine is faster than Red Bull, and that's just disappointment in the team I supported for so long.
Hell no, man. What the fuck?
And on the lap 2, Antonelli immediately overtook Lewis. I have to say this, Kimi Antonelli, you were flying at China, because that was so good. I'm speechless. And again at the lap 4, George Russell came forward. He overtook both of the Ferraris, and it was Mercedes 1-2, and that's where I lost hope. I was like, that's done. But guys, it wasn't over there. So on lap 24, Charles Leclerc had this opportunity to use his overtake mode, and guess what? He overtook Lewis. Me, again dumb me thought that's it, man. What else can happen? I don't want more drama because it was just causing anxiety at this point. So I was like, that's it. P1, P2 Mercedes, P3 Charles Leclerc. I was like, Lewis is happy with whatever he's getting. But nah. We saw something similar to the prime Lewis Hamilton coming back, and oh my god, they just kept fighting for so long and giving me anxiety because after no podiums in 2025, this was his chance, man. This was his redemption arc. And bro, I think 2026 is Lewis Hamilton's year. I'm not gonna jinx it by saying it again and again. So while this was happening, none of the Ferraris were giving up. Kimi Antonelli smartly just extended his gap and he was 7 seconds away from P2. Well, Charles Leclerc said that he is definitely enjoying this. And Charles Leclerc is someone, he will never give up, man. He's so good, एक बार पीछे पड़ जाता है तो वो नहीं हटेगा. Remember this, Charles Leclerc is so good. If he's on your tail, he will be there. He will be fighting so hard. So you have to be careful and you have to be smart. So that's what Charles Leclerc did, and Lewis was also not giving up. Lewis complained that he has no power, yet he made it somehow to P3. And while these two were fighting, George Russell smartly moved ahead of these two Ferraris and he was P2. So it was Mercedes P1, P2, and there was this fight for P3 for a long time, but eventually Lewis got the opportunity. He overtook Charles Leclerc and he ended up there. Okay, so while all of this mess was going on at the front of the grid, Ocon decided to make contact with one of the Alpines. It was Franco Colapinto who was trying to rejoin on the track. I guess he pitted. I don't know, I can be wrong, but I have to say that Alpine is rocking. And Alpine is better than 2025 because Gasly finished P6 and even Colapinto finished in points. So it was double points for Alpine. So they're definitely doing better than 2025. I hope they can make more improvements because they have Mercedes engine. And then it was lap 46. The disaster. Lap 46, my heart kinda broke because Max Verstappen DNF. Because his team on the radio told him to retire his car, and meanwhile his teammate Esteban Ocon made this mistake. Oliver Bearman, yes, Ollie finished P5 in Chinese Grand Prix, and I don't think many people are talking about it because of this 4 guys who dominated this race. But I think Ollie, you did so good. I'm so proud of you. So with all that, Kimi Antonelli won the Chinese Grand Prix. So Kimi, you are the winner of the 2026 Chinese Grand Prix, followed by George Russell and the famous Sir Lewis Hamilton. Just so proud of you, Kimi Antonelli. You did so good. And also I have to mention that he broke the record of Sebastian Vettel and he's now the youngest pole sitter. And when Kimi won, it was so emotional. The radio message, the messages from the team, everything felt so nice. So Chinese Grand Prix was everything. It was anxiety, it was emotional, it was happiness. So now it's time for the podium and pain. Pain of the race has to be Aston Martin again. You guys are embarrassing, that's what I want to say. And now it's time for the podium of the race, and it has to go to Lewis Hamilton because wow, you are amazing human, you deserved it. So lastly, let's have a look at the team standings, and Mercedes is obviously leading with 98 points. Ferrari is at 67. And surprisingly, McLaren is still there with 18 points. That's all we had to talk about. And Kimi Antonelli, man, again, congratulations for your very first win of Formula 1. So that's it, guys. If you enjoyed the video, just press the like button, subscribe, and just drop your predictions for Japan in the comment section below. So bye-bye. I love you all.